Hi YouTube, I wanted to show you a quick video on how I made a custom stereo system for my Commander. I got the idea from a Google image search and it came up with a link to a thread on CMndrforums.org, and the guy that put it on there, his handle is DuckCmmndr. He's got a really good couple of threads going on his modifications, add-ons to his machine. Check him out, it's really good. Also in the description of this video you'll see link to that where I'll have his and mine, where I have a lot of still pictures on the process with some explanations of how things went and what I did to make it work. So real quick, it's 1/2 inch plywood, one piece is the base. You can see it runs the full length on the top part of the roll bar and all the way across to the back. And guys, I know it's black on black in here. Plus it's shaded, so probably hard to see. So that's the base where everything originates, and then we build I built the pod off of that. And so there are 4 marine grade 6.5 inch speakers. They're nothing special, just Boss audio, but they're not. I'm not powering with an amp. It's just off the head unit here, and so it does plenty for them, more than they can handle realistically. Waterproof dust cover. And we have one switch here for the first switch turns on the head unit, and the second switch turns on these LEDs, and they're just for ambient lighting at nighttime, or not for show, but it kind of gives a good little look there. And so I chose this head unit because it was cheap, it's marine grade, and it was Bluetooth. I can Bluetooth my phone, iPod, whatever to it. It has a spot for a USB drive, and then behind the head there is or faceplate, there's a slot for an SD card. You can load your music on there. So it's just whatever's on the radio here. So you guys, I'm not going to turn it up real loud and leave it that way. You probably won't be able to appreciate it if you're watching on a computer or whatever. So, but trust me, when we're going down the road at 35, 40 miles an hour, you can still hear it over the CVT whine and the differential screaming back there, plus the wind noise. So anything beyond that is probably too loud. You're doing almost hearing damage decibels there. So that's what it is. It's a 1/2 inch plywood. One sheet of it at Lowe's was like $33. Cut it up. It took a lot of head scratching and thinking, trying to get the angles and the right design to look there with everything to fit in these measurements in here. That was all on the fly, trying to figure it out. Couldn't find any plans or dimensions for anything like that. Everything got sanded down. A couple of coats of Bondo with sanding take up some of these gaps where I didn't do the best measurements with my angles, trying to make a seamless transition between all the different pieces of wood here. And then a couple coats of primer with the light sanding, and a couple of coats of spray-on bed liner. It has a great look, but I'm here to tell you that black spray-on bed liner, it shows dirt very well. So inevitably it's going to get dirty. I'm going to have to figure out a way to clean it with maybe just nice wet cloth, because definitely you don't want to hose it down. The power, to supply electrical power to it, I ran a wire from the battery with the inline fuse here, and I don't know if you guys can see in the back there, but it goes through the towards the firewall, and a nice little hole right here in front of the air intake for the CVT, and I drilled a hole in the roll bar and fished the wire up through. And that was proved to be pretty difficult. There's some weird angles in there with the way those holes were positioned. And this hole was already there, but it was only for this cross tube. It didn't connect a hole into this one solid roll bar, so I had to drill it at an angle to get in there and then fish it through, and tucked everything behind this shroud that it came on. It's a factory piece, and then it goes into the speaker pod right about here. It's not even noticeable. While I was running wires, I ran an extra one later on if I want to put a light bar up here. I don't have to worry about fishing the system. Hey Rusty. So like I said, if you have any questions or comments, leave me a note down below, or you can private message me, and I'll be glad to help you out with your project if you have anything going on you can't figure out. And don't forget to check out those links to the CMndrforums.org, where this particular build has its own thread, and DuckCmmndr has his thread on all his add-ons, and it's not limited to the stereo system. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.